Hi, this is Gary Kayye. We're here at InfoComm 2022. I'm obviously in the Christie booth. It's almost the end of the second day. I'm here with Bryan Boehme, who's the Executive Director of the Americas for Christie. How are you?
I'm doing great today. How are you?
Christie, Christie Digital?
It can be both.
Okay, so we're going to say Christie for now, but it's ChristieDigital.com. I knew that for
That's
sure.
for sure.
All right, so cool thing here. You always do something kind of cool to kind of launch people into the booth. Obviously, that's projection mapping.
It is projection mapping, and it's on a different kind of surface for us. We're testing some stuff out with some other vendors out here, and that's really one of the things we like to do around here is do a collaboration with other folks when we get that opportunity. So we're using 2 of our 25K projectors to project onto that. These are our new M4K 25 projectors, 4K projectors.
Small for 25,000 ANSI lumens projector.
It's amazing, isn't it? And not only that, they're very, very quiet. They're really a revolution.
I barely hear them.
We use RGB laser technology, so this is completely different than the other laser phosphor technology. Allows us to do that smaller, compact, makes them quieter, but it actually adds so much color. We can do Rec 2020 color with these, 2 times the color volume of Rec 709, and that allows artists to be much more creative, be able to do really cool things. That's kind of our theme of our booth.
I was going to ask you, what is your theme? Doing cool things?
Well, it's all about color.
All about color. Okay, well, you do have a lot of color in here. So we're going to take a quick booth tour for those of you that are not here at InfoComm to see what it's like to be here at InfoComm. Obviously, we start with microtiles.
You bet.
And microtiles, tell me a little bit about, well, now they're called microtiles LED. Yes. The previous microtiles were rear screen DLP projection cubes. Now we got LED. They're a mini LED technology. I forget the pixel pitch. I don't know that it really matters. But
what we're looking at right here is 1.25. And as we progress around the side, you'll get to see some of the new smaller pixel pitches that we're introducing at the show.
All right, good. Well, obviously what's cool about microtiles is that you don't have to just be stuck with rectangles, and you can do all different shapes and sizes.
Different shapes and sizes. What's also interesting about this is the back plate. It actually allows us to take these panels off and put even smaller, higher resolution panels on.
So basically you can invest and upgrade later.
Yeah,
it's using SDVoE, right? Signal routing and distribution.
Yes, you can do that, yes. It's because the processor's on board on the panels that we can do that kind of thing. It also allows us to take one of these off, if it failed, put a new one on, and it learns the color space of where it is and what everything else is on.
Yeah, they communicate, and it tells them where they are in their life, and then it basically emulates that.
You've done this before.
I have done this before. All right, let's go around the corner, because here at InfoComm, y'all launched a higher resolution version of microtiles, right?
What we did is we wanted to show this artistic wrap, and I have to let you know we've got some really cool content here. And again, we have content providers come in and work with us to really kind of help us see what can be done with our products. The 2 examples of our higher resolution or smaller LEDs are over here. So this is the product that we'll be putting in the market very soon. It's the 1mm LED. And remember what I said, we can take these panels and we can put them onto that wall. The 0.75, this is really where this is about the smallest LEDs you can get, a mini type LED. And again, it's all about the color. What we do with our products is we make them at that much higher color palette that allows people to be creative.
And this is the same form factor physically as the...
Fits onto what you have if you've already installed a 1.25.
Very cool. So this is a 0.75. So 0.75 is very close to what DirectView LCD. I think DirectView LCD is somewhere in the range of 0.67, something like that. So you're looking at something that could literally be a 55, 65, 75 inch replacement for a monitor wall application, a video wall application.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Are you getting people wanting to replace video walls with LED, but still keep the same, physical structure?
The structure really can't, in that case. The nice thing with ours is all you have to have is a flat wood surface to put ours on. You don't have to have a big metal structure. So a lot of times that structure just goes away, or they might use it to put the surfacing on it. But I would recommend more just to take out the structure, put up a nice flat wall, and you can utilize our stuff.
It seems like to me one of the problems that you run into when you go to LED, especially a system like this because your tiles are so small, is that the client has a hard time thinking outside of the rectangle they're replacing and not thinking about it more creatively like what you did on the front there. That would take a little bit of coaching from the Christie team, I think.
Well, that's one of the things we like to do, is be in a consultative position with clients, working with our integrators, but being able to be consultative up front, show them things that maybe they hadn't thought of before, and show them the path how they can get there.
All right, so what's next? Where would I go next if I were here at the show? So for those of you who are not here at the show, Christie's always got a little bit of everything because they make all the different display technologies.
Absolutely. So behind us on this side, this is our processing area, and what we're looking at here is our Terra product, our Spider products, and Pandora's box. Really, this is where we, again, have that creative palette for people to work with, both in the Spider and the Pandora, that have been used for many years in our industry to create some of the biggest spectacular maps, if you will, canvases, to allow people to put imagery on many different surfaces and many different resolutions, to be able to control it all from one surface.
Yeah, so Terra is the AV over IP system using SDVoE, and of course Pandora's box, I think you're on version 8?
It is, yes, version 8 now, and the Terra product is more about a distribution, getting signals to places. It does have windowing capability, but really when we talk about the creative side, it's the Pandora's box or the Spider. Pandora's box is a product you see in many places here in Las Vegas, on many shows.
A lot of content, and amusement park rides and things like that as well.
Absolutely. Well, that's amusement park rides are my thing. So.
Yeah, I do know that. And of course, LCDs, still part of your heritage, 4K, 65-inch LCD, portrait mounted.
Yep. And we also make a TAA compliant set of LCD panels for the government, and it's kind of unique for us. It's actually a great product, and it is something that the U.S. government sells or buys quite a bit.
So I'm going to take a guess here that the reason why you are mapping two Inspire projectors, one chip DLP projectors together here in a 21:9 configuration is because of things like Microsoft Front Row, for Microsoft Teams Front Row, and the idea of the digital canvas, which is something I've been pushing for like 7 or 8 years.
Yes, absolutely. Me too. I love the digital canvas idea, and now that we see other folks getting involved in it, it's really going to allow us to use these palettes for many different applications in business, as well as just creative applications.
And your Inspire series is sort of like your workhorse meeting room, conference room, classroom projector, and they have a couple of different flavors of that. And you've got cameras built in, right? Or is it external?
Today is exterior, but
you can use any USB camera.
Yes, exactly. And the Mystique Lite software now is included.
Right.
So
Yeah,
the auto alignment to keep this together.
Light does 2, right?
Sorry?
The Light does 2 devices, right?
Yes. So
if you
will do this, what you see here today, and actually keep it auto aligned every day.
As long as you have a camera pointed at the screen.
That's all you got to do.
All right. What else are we going to do?
I think we can take a look up in the ceiling and then just look back behind us.
Okay.
So
Look
up in the ceiling.
You got 2. What are those, Griffins?
Those are the new Griffin 50,000 lumen projectors. So each one is 50,000 lumens in a single compact frame. The smallest and lightest 50,000 lumen projector in the market, and its RGB laser gives us that really bright, brilliant color. So this screen, as we were talking about before, is designed as a high contrast screen. You can see the blacks are super black.
It almost looks like an LED.
Oh, you got it. That's exactly what they're trying to do, is at least show that projection can rival LED in certain applications. Not every client can spend.
What's the negative gain on that screen? Like what's the color temperature of that screen?
It's about we lose about 30% of the light into that screen. So we're actually running these two projectors at about 70-80% to lower the black level and to really get what you want out of it.
The light looks good. I mean, it really does look good too.
It does.
The whole thing looks good.
We've been showing this off in our demo center down in Orlando, Florida, to a few interesting clients who think it's really spectacular. We're looking forward to being able to.
Wonder who that would be. All right, look, Bryan, thank you very much for doing this. Thanks for everything. And
good to see you again after
4 or 5 years, yeah. And if you want to learn more, go to christiedigital.com. All these things are searchable. But of course, we went around, and the whole point of this is to kind of expose you to everything. We want you to watch the individual product videos on each one of these stations. So go to raypubs.com/InfoComm2022 and type Christie in the video search window, CHRSTIE. Bryan, you're awesome. Congratulations. And we got more to cover, so keep watching.